Marcy, I wanted to meet with you, just the two of us, because we had Gina in the room, and she disclosed some stuff that was really upsetting, I think, for you to hear.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, it has been.
So I just wanted to really give you time to have some space to talk about how you're feeling, and then we can go from there. So what are you feeling about things that Gina disclosed in terms of her cutting herself?
Well, I mean, I'm shocked by it. I don't understand why she's doing it. It doesn't make any sense. She comes from a really good home. We're good parents. I mean, we really do. I mean, we parent this child really well, and you know, and I've had to now take things away from her because I want her to stop doing this. It's not healthy. It's not good for her. I don't know what people think about my husband and I as parents. It's not like she comes from a, you know, single parent family, and you know, like I don't even know what to do. Like and I'm angry at her for doing this to herself and for putting us in this position. Because honestly, I mean, we've tried to be really good parents, and I thought we had been, but obviously we're not.
So you have lots of feelings. You're angry with her for doing this. You're angry with her because of all the good parenting that you've really tried to do.
And she's just sort of throwing it all away. It's like, you know, I don't understand it.
I feel like she's throwing that all away.
Yeah.
And there's these pieces of not understanding it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's really hard right now. It's really hard to hear her say that she's cutting herself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that she's mad at me, so she cuts herself because she's mad at me. It's like, okay, well, what did I do?
Mm-hmm. That part was really particularly hard.
Yeah.
That because she's angry with you, she's cutting herself.
Right.
It's causing you to wonder, what am I doing? What's going on?
Yeah, it makes me think, that this is how she's showing me I'm a bad parent.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I failed as a mother.
So many hard feelings, right?
Yeah.
Feeling like she's showing you failed as a mother. Yeah. Marcy, you talked about lots of the different feelings you're having, lots of anger and frustration, there's pieces of guilt, there's just a whole lot of emotions for you. And I think it's hard to hear that your child is cutting themselves. So I think, you know, it's important that you get a space to talk about those feelings and get some time to process what this means for you as a person and as a parent, right? Because you're all of those things.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a support system? Do you have someone to talk to in your life?
Well, my husband, but this is an issue, right? Because I think we view it a little bit differently, and I feel like he is kind of blaming me as well because she's mad at me. Mm-hmm. So it's something I've done wrong. So that's putting some stress on that relationship. And I mean, I have some friends, but I'm not comfortable because I almost feel like my daughter's a bit of a freak, or I'm a bit of a freak, and I'm not sure how they would view us if I were to tell them stuff like that. So I kind of feel like the cutting is a secret for her. I feel like my knowing about her cutting is now a secret for me because I'm not sure how I'm not sure how people will view us. I'm really worried about, you know, people thinking we're freaks.
Mm-hmm. So there's lots of worries about what people will think, and almost this invitation to be private and keep secrets because of this.
Yeah.
And your normal supports might be your husband, but he doesn't. You feel like he might be blaming as well, and friends who would normally tap into, maybe you feel like, I'll give you a list of some local resources as therapists who might be a support to you, because I really think it's important, and a big part of this process is for you to feel like you've got some support for yourself, because I think it's absolutely normal for you to have all sorts of feelings about this, and it's important that you have a space where you can express those feelings.
If I get sent to a therapist, it's like saying that I've done something wrong, or that I'm crazy, or there's something wrong with me, and I'm not sure that's true.
So Marcy, you have lots of mixed feelings about the idea of seeing a therapist, and that doesn't feel right for you right now. And I can understand that that's a hard thing to think about, and you feel like other people would do that, but not for you. Yeah. I think it's important for one of the things, and I'm going to give you a handout about self-harm, because one of the things I think is important is for you to feel informed about this topic, that you know something about, because often we don't know much about this. This is a secretive thing, and you talked about it being secretive. So there's a few things I'd like you to know about self-harm as it relates to Gina. So first of all, self-harm is a treatable problem. We can help kids with this problem, and we're prepared to do that. And so there's lots of reason to be hopeful about outcomes. And the other thing is that I see self-harm really as, in Gina's case, an attempt to deal with overwhelming emotions. So she's just really feeling overwhelmed with her emotions. And I think that we can help her to learn different ways of dealing with her emotions. And she really wants to do that. She talked about wanting to make some changes. How are you feeling about those two things?
Well, I'm glad that it can be fixed. I'm glad for her that it can be fixed. I'm just not sure right now what that's going to look like, because I'm just feeling kind of like I have no control over this. I have no say in this kind of how I'm feeling.
Yeah, so there's lots of feeling uncertain and unsure, and pieces of feeling not in control about it, and that's an uncomfortable
Yeah,
feeling.
especially as a parent.